Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face while you're sleeping. The strangest looking animals in the world. There are 8.7 million species of animals on Earth today, from scary to adorable, to the ones that give you the creeps. This planet has all sorts of animals. So today, we've decided to put together a list of animals whose appearances are rather unusual and not something that you'd see every day. Some of these animals are so unique in their appearance that it feels as if they are either from another world or from another time and have been left behind by their ancestors. Clearly, we are lucky to be around such diversity today. So, let's start with the list. Hope you enjoy it. Make sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe with notifications so you never miss a video. If you do subscribe and you've left a like, leave a comment saying I subscribed and I'll reply to all of you saying thank you. Number 15. Sunda Colugo, or the flying lemur. The flying lemur is a one-of-a-kind creature based in Southeast Asia. You can find these unique creatures in Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, and Indonesia. While they are called flying lemurs, they don't actually fly. In fact, they just spread their wings and glide just like the flying squirrels. And they don't really have to glide since they prefer traveling short distances by air. However, the ability to glide from point A to point B has helped Sunda steer clear of predators, which is very important given the fact that they aren't really good with things on the ground. Number 14. Fossa. While it is a member of the weasel family, the fossa resembles a cat that had a seriously bad day at work. Based out in Madagascar and closely related to the mongoose, these creatures use their long tails to climb trees. A highly intelligent carnivore, the fossa loves to feast on whatever mammal it can scare. Number 13. Pappu. Although it is related to the nasty piranha, paccus have a perfect set of teeth that any human would be proud of. But unlike their vicious cousins, paccus are herbivores and love eating fruit and seeds. You can find them swimming around in South American river systems and would usually swim the other way if approached. But if you do see a piranha lurking around somewhere, make sure that you know the difference between a paccu and its angry cousin. Number 12. Ai. Now moving to Madagascar, the super pretty island in Africa that became famous for Marty's exploits and the lemur who likes to move it. The island has an unusual looking lemur called as the ai, large ears and rat-like teeth. These nocturnal mammals feed on insects and have a very nasty habit of nibbling wood for no reason at all, apart from perhaps flossing for the ladies. Now, the thing about nature is it can throw us an odd curveball every now and then. However, there are times when we bump into creatures that really knock the back door of our imagination. The next creature is one of those instances for sure. Number 11. Panda Ant. We all love pandas, don't we? Now, imagine if there was an ant that looked like one. Yep, these fuzzy creatures are adorable, but hey, looks can be deceiving, and these ants are actually very dangerous. Panda ants can be found in Chile and Argentina, and the females of this species are wasps without wings. So basically, they pack a serious sting. If you ever come across these adorable yet menacing insects, we suggest that you don't go all mushy and pick them up. Number 10. Kinkajou. These strange-looking creatures are related to the raccoon, but don't look anything like their cousin. Also known as the honey bear, Kinkajou can be found in the Central and South American rainforests. Only a couple of feet long, Kinkajous use their tails to grip trees and love munching on beehives and whatever the jungle has to offer. An interesting thing about these creatures is that they are truly social animals and love to do things in groups. However, they're as elusive as they come and are hard to find in the forest. Number 9. Harpy Eagle. If you look at this rather bizarre eagle, you might think about a love story gone wrong or weird between a cockatoo and an eagle. This is one of the most distinct birds taking flight on the planet. With a wingspan of over 7 feet, these heavy birds rule the rainforests of Central and South America. The harpy eagles hunt down sloths and monkeys and is sadly threatened due to habitat loss. However, the Belize Zoo is working very hard to protect this odd-looking species of eagle. Number 8. Coatimundi. While it looks too bizarre to be seen on a regular basis, the Coatimundi is a very common mammal that can be found in Central and South America. You can even see it by the American Southwest. Just like the raccoon, this creature is a pure scavenger, going through fruit, lizards, rodents, and eggs. You might even see it trashing the trash. And while they do look cute and harmless, Coatimundi are not the sort of animals you'd want to keep as pets. When left in the wild, a Coatimundi can survive for a period of up to 8 years. However, there have been cases where this creature has lived for 18 years when kept in captivity. Males prefer to stay around their home base, while females tend to disperse. However, these animals have a great sense of community building, and they tend to stick together with one another. Number 7. Marabou Stork. This 5-foot-tall bird is definitely very ominous looking. Locals call it the nightmare bird or the Undertaker bird. While the names might sound cool, the fact is that with its long legs, a massive beak and neck pouch, the marabou is a very disturbing looking bird. To make matters a little creepier, this stork has a habit of eating human garbage and wears its own feces. Ugh. Living in the south of Sahara, this is one bird you should see if you ever get the chance to visit Kruger National Park in South Africa. Number 6. Axolotl. Looking at this amphibian, we would forgive you for thinking that you've just found a creature from another world. With a decorated skull and eyes that ooze innocence, this tiny amphibian is one of a kind. Just like lizards, these creatures have the ability to regrow lost limbs, which is pretty cool. An amazing thing about these creatures is that they come in a lot of colors, from creamy white to olive. You can bump into one in the lakes of Xochimilco in Mexico. Sadly though, habitat loss and being a culinary delicacy has resulted in axolotl's numbers to decline sharply. So we hope that the concerned authorities start formulating a plan to save these beautiful creatures. Number 5. Brazo Monkey. Now, these monkeys are definitely the wizards and wise ones of the African plains. Brazo's monkeys have an amazing beard, bushy eyebrows, and a graceful manner to the boot. Very quiet and observant, these primates can be seen spending the majority of their time foraging on plants in the dense forests of Central Africa. These creatures are very scared of human beings, and when spotted might even freeze since that is their only defense mechanism. Thankfully though, their numbers have been consistent throughout the last decades since Brazos are good at evading from local predators and hunters. Now, before I move on to the next creature on the list, I'd just like to say that at MindRead, we do think of ourselves as more than just a YouTube channel that conjures amazing lists. We feel that it is our duty to inform people about the importance of preserving nature. So if you ever come across any activity that is going to put the environment in danger, make sure to go to the relevant authorities and do your part in helping preserve the wonderful things nature has provided for us. Number 4. Pangolin. These scaly mammals can be found in parts of Central and West Africa, India, and Pakistan. Hunting these ancient creatures isn't easy, since when attacked, they roll into a ball and are well protected by their coating, which is comprised of keratin scales. Due to the medicinal power of their scales, pangolins are one of the most illegally trafficked mammals on the planet. And while an international ban exists, their numbers keep on dropping due to incessant poaching. We hope that more action is taken for the preservation of these beautiful creatures before it is too late. Now, before we begin the top 3 of this countdown, remember that there is always something amazing and unique out there. There are so many amazing creatures out there, so if we missed out on anything, please let us know in the comment section, and we'll make sure that we have it added in one of our upcoming videos. So without further ado, let's begin with number 3. Number 3. Tasmanian Devil. While this tiny creature may look cute in Acme cartoons, do not be fooled by the angry yet adorable appearance of the largest carnivorous marsupial in the world. These creatures resemble dogs, but are more closely related to wallabies than canines. These devils are actually famous for throwing a serious fit of rage whenever they are threatened, or fighting a mate, or simply not in the mood to share their meal. A naturally occurring cancer called devil facial tumor disease has affected their population in recent years, but the animals have once again started fighting back, and we hope to see their numbers becoming stable in the coming years. Today, the Tasmanian devil is a protected species down under, and in fact, that local government has launched a program to save these angry creatures. An interesting fact about the Tasmanian devil is that they can give birth to 50 babies in one go, but sadly, only 4 can survive. Number 2. Markhor. An exotic wild goat known for its screw-like horn is as majestic as they come. A long beard clearly shows that this is a very wise animal. When it comes to endangered species, markhor is a success story. A couple of decades ago, their numbers were plummeting, but thanks to some really stubborn conservation efforts, numbers have improved and this beautiful creature is no longer on IUCN's endangered list. You can see a markhor in the mountains of Pakistan, Afghanistan, and maybe Turkmenistan. However, most of these beautiful goats prefer traversing through the remote mountain ranges of Pakistan, where their numbers have been growing steadily. In Pakistan, this animal is guarded with a lot of pride, and its horns are considered a symbol of power and wisdom. Hunting one without a proper license could even see you spend a decent amount of time behind bars. Number 1. Saiga antelope. With an unusual snout and large nostrils protruding towards the ground, these mammals are unlike any other you've ever seen. Apart from this amazingly extraordinary appearance, saigas have a very tragic story. Back in 2015, their numbers in Kazakhstan started going down, as around 200,000 creatures were found dead in just a few days. After several years of investigation, it was deduced that saigas died due to bacterial infection in their snouts. Disease, habitat loss, and overhunting has really affected this unique creature's numbers, but you can still see them enjoying life in Russia, Kazakhstan, and Western Mongolia. Their large and unusual noses help the saigas heat up the air in freezing winter temperatures. So folks, this was our list of the strangest looking animals in the world today. Thank you for watching this video. Now, we do know that this list really doesn't do justice to the biodiversity we have on our planet, so look out for another list where we would be talking about more amazing creatures.